historical call right now. A lot of times we read about history, but ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to history. Please welcome to this call on a global platform, my good friend, Mr. Holton Buggs. Take it away.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Johnny Wembrey, JW. I really appreciate it. Johnny and I were actually just together this past weekend, just doing some things, working together on some other projects as well. And I'm now here in Miami, Florida, another place that we just decided that just called upon us to actually live here. So first of all, I want to say welcome to the call for everybody who's there. Thank you, Johnny, for all of those great words. And he's correct. It's very difficult sometimes in other relationships that I've seen, whereas you can say best friend and mentor and zero arguments in 21, maybe one argument in 21 years or disagreement, strong disagreement. But that normally takes, that's normally a very difficult combination to have. But you know what? We've been able to not only pull it off, we've been able to make that relationship flourish. But I want to say all over the world right now, all over in Australia, I know we've got a lot of good friends from over in Australia, New Zealand. I saw a lot from Germany, obviously all over Europe, even over in Asia, specifically here in the United States, over in Mexico. We've got people who are on the call right now, and I want to welcome everybody to this call. And thank you guys for showing up, and appreciate you for being in attention on this on Sunday afternoon or Sunday or early evening here in the U.S. time. But I want to kind of jump right to a little bit of what we're going to be discussing today. Many of you who are here on the call, you are probably here because you have been prepped and you have at least have some idea, probably about 15, 20 of you have some idea of what the purpose of this call is. The majority of you who are on this call, whether you're from Australia, whether you're from the US, wherever it is, Mexico, you have no idea. You just know that you follow protocol. When there's a conference call, I'm going to be in attendance and I'm here to see the exciting information. And Johnny obviously mentioned probably some of the other reasons that people may be on calls. I think all of those are good reasons for us. You always want to make sure that you have an audience to watch you celebrate, to watch you go out there and make change in the world and make change in our industry. And but today we want to go ahead and remove the mystery for many of you who've been kind of sitting on the sidelines waiting to wonder what's taking place. I started iBoomerang in 2018. And as we launched this company, iBoomerang was launched for one specific purpose. It was launched because at that time I had 29 years in network marketing industry as a distributor. I had built an organization that had spanned about 3 million distributors over 57 countries worldwide. I had done extraordinarily well in the financial realm. I had developed leadership systems and mentored and coached people that over 50 of those people actually became millionaires. And quite a few of them were earning $1 million a year, multiple millions of dollars a year. And you know, I think those were things that I'm proud of. Those were things that I had a hand and just a small contribution in making somebody's life not only impactful, but making somebody's life where they can go out and have their own ripple effect and have some impact on other people's lives. But one of the things that I saw that was missing was being in this industry since I was 18 years of age. I realized that there's a lot of things that were wrong and missing. I realized that network marketing was broken and it needed to be fixed. And I did that brokenness. I started to develop an idea and a solution of, you know, how can I fix it? What I realized is that my wife and I, because of the success, we didn't need to do network marketing anymore. We've been able to have resources and diversify and have so many different streams of income, whereas network marketing was not appealing to us because of the income, but because it's what we know. It's what we're good at. It's what I'm the best at. It's what I do. I can do it in my sleep. And it's not about network marketing. It's about really building people, designing people, creating concepts and giving opportunity to people and showing them a pathway to a newer and brighter future. But I realized that the industry was stale. I realized that all the companies who were multi-billion-dollar companies were not embracing change. And sometimes when you become a multi-billion-dollar company, you figure, you know what, I figured it out. And the way that I'm going to continue to stay a multi-billion-dollar company is to do exactly what it is that I'm doing. And I thought of something different. And I said this industry needed a change. I developed a concept called a PRIB. And this was years ago. The PRIB stands for Perpetual Residual Income Builder. Perpetual Residual Income Builder. I believe that network marketing has some of the changes that were needed were that things that people are doing today in network marketing, I think technology has the opportunity to replace them. Why is it that we continue to do the exact same things that networkers did 50 years ago when we don't have to? And I won't go all into the PRIB right now, but I can tell you that most of us have stood on stage or have talked to somebody because we heard this one concept that appealed to us called residual income. Everybody love the idea of having an income that continuously comes in after you've done the work one time. And after I have, been able to, as a distributor, to earn quite a sum of money in this industry, I realized I didn't have residual income. I had income that came every month. I had, it was over 7 figures a month of money that was coming in every month, but it wasn't so residual. You say, well, why wasn't it residual if it was coming every month? And that was because it was relying on the participation of other distributors to continuously do something. And I looked around, and my history and involvement in this industry, I looked around and I tried to name one person that had a legacy-based income that was based off of residual. And what I mean by that is, who do you know today? And I'll ask you the question, who do you know that can say, hey, this estate that we have, all of this stuff, what we've accumulated here is because grandma and granddaddy were in network marketing. And when they passed on the income to us. And today, 10 years later, after they've been gone, it's much bigger today than it was when they left it to us. That's the story that we sold. That's the story that we all sell. And I've been one of the biggest sellers of that story, but I haven't seen it. I've seen it in the entertainment business. I've seen people who passed on their royalties from music. Elvis has passed it on to his kids. Michael Jackson has passed it on. Prince has passed it on to their kids. And many others that we've seen. But I've seen it happen in traditional business. I've seen it passed on in real estate. When my grandfather passed, all of the real estate passed on to us. And the real estate was worth more now than it was when he passed it on to us. I've seen it in the sporting business where people have passed on sporting teams, and now the sporting teams are worth more. I've seen it happen in churches and different organizations where someone passes something on and it's now much bigger today than it was when it was passed on. In network marketing, I saw the opposite. I saw that if you ever stop working it, if you ever stop doing something, what happens is that income dwindles. And I can tell you this right now, the company that I built 3 million distributors in as a distributor, that was a 7-figure monthly residual income. And I can tell you, I'm extremely proud of it. I haven't built that business in maybe 3.5, almost 4 years. I haven't done anything really to make that business grow personally. And that income now has dropped somewhere about 60%. I'm still happy with what it does produce, but that's not what I promised. That's not the promise that I went out and promoted. And that's why I wanted to do something different. So starting at Boomerang, I had the premise and the vision to make it whereas we could build something and we can actually have it perpetual. And at Boomerang, we have our philosophy, and that has been, we're just different. And today, what we want to talk about is our future. We started with a vision, and we started our business. And we started in the travel industry in the very beginning. Soon after, we started to branch out into other industries, and those other industries were in the rideshare business industry. We branched out as well, and other industries in terms of bill consolidation or bill minimalization through one of our concepts that we call Bill Genius. We've gotten also involved in physical products that we have with our Zents and with our Skin Tech that are amazing products that have actually impacted people's lives, specifically mine, all over the world. And a little over about a year and almost a year and a half ago, or actually about a year, just a couple months ago, we entered a brand new industry and field that was for the first time something that we embarked upon, and that was getting involved in forex trading. That was when we launched what we called Elevate. With Elevate, the vision was to be able to empower people all over the world from a financial basis so that they can have the tools so that they can build themselves a financial wall around their family's finances that nothing will be able to penetrate. And I can tell you, one of the things that I've seen is the education and the application of that education with many of our students have absolutely changed people's lives. It's given them something back that they've never had before. And that was that confidence that it's going to be okay. That's what they were looking for, that it's going to be okay. That nothing could actually come and disrupt their peace of mind because they learned a skill set that allows them to take care of their families. And I can tell you right now, some people have come in and have been really big builders, and some people have come in and have been incredible students. Both of those have been massive reasons for people to have peace when they sleep at night because of those particular tools. But when we launched Elevate, we looked at the Forex industry and how big it is and what we wanted to do. We knew from the very beginning that was just not going to be enough. But what we wanted to do was put it to a test. And I can tell you right now, we had our challenges as a company. We had our challenges. When we launched Elevate, we had our challenges as well. And I can't identify one company that can't say we've had our challenges. But one of the things I'm proud of is that we have a team of executives, we have a team of staff members, employees, and even our ambassadors and our leadership all around the world who were 100% solid and committed through our challenges. And here's what we owed them. We owed them a better version of us. And that's exactly what we've done. Starting with our executive leadership, we actually put the hours in, the time, the research, and the thought process, and all of the ideas that we put into play to say, let's deliver the number one platform, the number one educational platform, but not only educational platform. We want to also be that company who can steer you in the right direction so that you can apply everything that you've learned. I won't get a lot into that, but I tell people all the time, iBoomerang, we are just different. The biggest benefit of not only being able to work for us, but being one of our ambassadors is the association that we have with so many of the opportunities that we bring to our family. As a CEO, I'm just different. Why? Because I'm really a rep. I just wear the CEO hat, and that stands for me, that stands for Chief Example Officer. I always decided that when I started this company and became CEO, I decided that for me meant that I was going to be the type of leader that I always looked for in 30 plus years in CEOs that I never found. And so that's what we want to offer. The things and the programs and opportunities that we offer to our ambassadors, I've never seen other CEOs do it at all, because it creates so much independence away from the business that most of them are fearful. But I believe that when you've got a great opportunity and you've got good ideas and you have access to so many opportunities and things that nobody else have, you share them. Why? Because we're all one big happy family here. Not always happy, but we're all one big family, and the majority of the times we are happy. And so we started talking about how can we expand this. We start looking at the marketplace, looking at the industry, and start looking at where will this industry go. We know that education is the key. Application of that education is really the master key, but we wanted to do something big. My best friend, Johnny Wembry, made an introduction way back in November of last year. And he introduced me to three gentlemen that I'll introduce you to in a second here. And that's when the conversation started. And it was really me giving more advice as to what they could do to really improve the quality of what they were doing and get the results that they wanted. But over that time, we stuck together and we kept talking. And we realized that with our dreams and our goals of what we wanted to do with Elevate and all of our students that we have all around the world and what they had already accomplished and some of the platforms and the expertise that they had, we felt that something magical could possibly take place. And what we did is we didn't rush in it. We actually looked at it and see, how can this benefit? What the benefit could be for them, what the benefit can be for us. But more importantly, those who believe and trust in us, what could that benefit really be? Can we make sure that the benefit is going to be as equally mutual as possible? And ladies and gentlemen, we decided that it could be. And today, I'm very, very, very proud to announce the merger of MBA to the iBoomerang and to the Elevate family. Now, before I go into a lot of those particular details and start the introduction, I want to say that this, as I mentioned, this has been something that we've thought out for so long and something that I'm really excited about. You can put those slides back up on the screen there, Mark, if you could. But this is something that we've been working on. They've been working incredibly hard. And one of the things that I can tell you that I'm proud of is how we've worked together. I think since November, it tells what this relationship is going to be like before we made anything really official. You know, meeting with Paul and Shane and these guys here, it's just been, and Jason, it's just been really, really, really solid. And one of the things that I mentioned to them is this. I said, hey, listen, we don't do stepchildren over here. And what I mean by that is anyone who's a part of our team, they're part of the family. There is no this family, oh, but that team there. And I think you'll begin to see that as we start the development of things. We haven't made all of the technical things merged together yet. We are working hard and fast on that. And T. Gray, who's our VP of operations, have been working incredibly hard with Paul and that entire team that we have now. And I won't say that team because now we are one team. And but working incredibly hard to make sure that we have as seamless of a transition as possible. And so I'm really excited about the MBA Trading Academy that's going to be joining Elevate and iBoomerang. And I can tell you, we are going to deliver the #1 trading educational platform that also has application of the education that nobody else in the entire world, not just network marketing, no one in the entire world has. And I can tell you right now, those who are participating and those who will be a part of this family will reap the benefits of all that we have to offer here. And but what I want to do now is I want to bring on someone that I'm really excited about. We'll introduce some of the other team members here so that everyone get to meet what's going on. But Paul Traylor is someone that I realize that, hey, this is the type of guy we need and want on our team. And the detail that he brings, the specificity, the dedication to complete a task and to get something done, the tenacity that I've actually been able to witness over the several months. I can tell you right now, when it says right here, Elevate 2.0 is the next level, it's not only next level because of the information, it's next level because of the people. They know exactly what they're doing. They're professionals. They understand this space. I understand the space of networking. I understand the space of business. I understand the space of communities and being able to develop leaders. I've never been the expert on all of these technical things when it comes to the educational platforms and the education itself, but I can tell you these guys are. And so I want to bring on Paul Traylor real quick here as our partner. Paul's a family member now, and I'm glad to see him wearing the Accelerate shirt, right? And but it's been great. And Paul, you know, hey, first of all, I want to say officially in front of both families that are uniting today, I want to say, hey, listen, congratulations. I'm really, really, really happy about this. And the reason I'm happy is because I never start a project without seeing the project being finished in my mind. So I've already seen the finished product of what's going to take place with the people who are participating. And so I'm very grateful for that. But I want to turn it over to you here, introduce you to the world of what we have here. And I know I'm being introduced to a world of people who never knew me as well. But Paul, I want to give you the floor right now and say, hey, listen, congratulations. And thanks a lot for being a part of this.
Yeah, well, thank you, Mr. Buggs. Look, I must say to the audience, I'm a little nervous. I'm not a nervous guy normally, but I'm a little nervous because of the magnitude of this announcement and what we've done. As you said, we've been working on this for a long time, and you know, I won't take away from you know, what the others need to say. This is a team effort, and when I say a team, you know, we've got an amazing corporate team, an amazing team of educators, an amazing team of leaders in the field, but we also have an amazing community. And you know, one of the things that we looked at, and as you said, you know, we sat back and we took our time, and it had to work, and it felt like it was going to work. And for us, it worked because of the values of your team and your leadership and the community that we had seen that you'd created, as well as on our side. You know, our focus here was, how do we improve the opportunities that we put in front of our community? How do we give them access to the resources and the tools and be the best of the best? And you know, this merger was bound to happen. I think from the moment that we spoke, we felt that your values and your vision for your brand was aligned with where we wanted to be. Business is about, you know, understanding your weaknesses and surrounding yourselves with those who have those weaknesses as strengths, so that you can work together in unison and build something amazing. And it doesn't take one person, it takes a team, it takes leaders, it takes community. And I think we've built all of that together. So I can't thank you guys enough for what we've experienced to date. As you said, you know, there's no such that you know, you don't do stepchildren, and we've seen that from the start. The way that you work is a reflection of the community that's been built. So we appreciate that immensely, and I know you'll bring a few people on to have a chat as well. But look, for the existing MBA team, you know, your community, the vibe, and I've said this to you guys a lot, you know, what you have brought to us as a company and to a brand has been exceptional, and that's not going anywhere. This is an expansion of opportunity and an ongoing commitment for us to give you that proximity and that access to the best of the best. And there is no one, if you're in here for, you know, if you're in here for the network marketing opportunity, there is no one better in the world than the two guys you've already heard from this morning. But if you're in here for the trading and the education and the personal development, the mindset, you know, we've come to the right space. We've built already, as you said, you know, the vision is already there, Holton, of what we will create, and it is to be the best of the best. So for the MBA members, you know, like, this is just an extension, an amalgamation of families. For the Elevate members and the iBoomerang family, we can't wait to offer you exceptional value, to continue growing with you guys and just be a part of what we've seen already as an amazing community. So there is, we'll work hard for you guys to deliver this company to be the best of the best. So can't thank you guys enough. I'll turn it back to you, Mr. Buggs.
No, absolutely. You know, I can tell you this, guys, you know, it takes an entire team to make things work. And I've seen the NBA team work, and I know that they've got just quite a healthy abundance of resources and knowledge and access to things. And that's one of the things that was one of the benefits that I was attracted to as well. On our end, you know, not only our executives, but our educators. You know, I brag all the time about our educators, and now seeing that this educational family is going to be coming together and being able to offer some different level of things, and we'll talk about that when Jace comes on, of some of the ideas that we'll be able to have and access that people have. But I want to mention, even by name, our educators, and hopefully they're on this call here. But these guys work tirelessly. They work very, very hard, and they're a very critical part to what it is that we do, and even additional people that we'll be bringing on because of our expansion. But I want to go and mention, Gerardo Pais. We call him G Money. I want to say just thank you and congratulations for everything that you've been able to contribute. Aaron Lockhart, the Good Shepherd, just a real solid gentleman who's actually just picked up just double time some educational classes and just gives a delivery that people can really relate to. Marcus McKinney, Morpheus, we call him Morpheus. I want to thank you. Luis Hernandez, Jonathan Gutram, and Youssef. Youssef is our actually French educator. Luis and Jonathan are actually our Spanish educators. So we have English, we have Spanish, we have French, and now we'll have Australian. If that was such a language, right? But anyway, no, guys, I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited to really meet in person the other educators that we're going to have as well in the team, and the different value propositions that we will offer as well. And you guys will be able to see that a little bit later on. But if we could, just to kind of give you guys a little overview of what we have here with our Elevate program. I want to kind of just go through a little bit and tell you a little bit about Elevate, who we really are. Elevate was really designed as a legacy builder platform. That's really what was the whole purpose, was building legacy, which is really important to me. And what I mean by legacy is, what are you going to be able to pass not only to your children, but what you're going to be able to leave in your children as well. I can tell you right now, one of our most successful stories that I talk about is over in the Australia, New Zealand area with one of our students over there, and Sandy. He's got two children that I think they're maybe 8 and 14 or 12 and 14. That when you see their performance because of this, and he knew nothing about Forex education, but to see him and his family to take accounts of those kids and what they're actually earning on a daily basis, even in their demo accounts, it was extraordinary. That lets me know there's something that's being left not only to those kids, but there's something that's being left in those kids, and he'll never have to worry about financial stability for those. But the educational platform, live interactive educational platform, full-time successful educators, live trading events. The culture is something that's really important to me. Culture is how you treat each other. What are the expectations that you have from a value standpoint? And I think the culture that we have, the culture that we stand for, is very family oriented. We have a lot of fun. We are energetic, and we're about winning. I mean, I'm a very competitive person, and so if winning is important to you, I can tell you, you've probably heard from two people that are so hell bent on winning when it comes to Johnny Wembry and myself. We love competition, we do. But we have our private members only trading community, recognition, multiple different languages is what we offer. The technology, artificial intelligence, trade assistance, gamification. And then there's something that I've been talking about that's not on this board. And that is what I call that family membership benefit. And what do I mean by that? There's so many different things that we now have access to that when we have it, that means you have access to it as well. And I'll just keep it there. But there's a lot of people who are benefiting just from some of the opportunities that come our way. And we never keep those things secret to our family that we have here with Elevate and our Boomerang. New platforms and new features that's going to be coming. I don't want to dive so deep into that because that's not necessarily where my focus and my strength is. But we are moving to a new, fully interactive and live educational platform. One of the things that we looked at was the MBA platform and where they wanted to take it, which was already, years beyond where ours was. And they were out there. They were already a major benefit in that perspective as well. And so when you look at the strengths, as Paul mentioned, that was one of the strengths that we saw. Forex education trading education platform, cryptocurrency trading education, Web 3.0, and metaverse education. We're not talking about what's coming or that what we believe we want to do. We're talking about what's already in place that we are going to now start doing when we launch this new platform here so that you can do it. NFT education and opportunities to participate in new NFT projects. And I'll say this specifically to even part of our family that we have, and some of in the family as well, the MBA family is that I want you to know. February the 17th, I actually launched one of the most successful NFTs in NFT history. If you take a look today at the NFT world, NFTs, many of them have taken a massive beating because of cryptocurrency values and things of that nature. Our NFT, our floor price is actually has doubled where it was before, a little bit more than doubled, and it's going to do nothing but continue to increase. There's some major benefits that we're going to be launching to that, some things that's going to be coming soon, but you'll have access to all of these types of projects that I can tell you that are second to no projects in the entire NFT world. 6 expert educators now and expanding to 12 because we're bringing these families together and giving that offering to all of our members that we have here. Women's educational workshops led by female educators. This is going to be a major hit. We already have organizations that are called Six Figure Chicks, led by one of our diamonds, 2 of our diamonds that we have, Jackie Pippins and Jayla Pippins. And to see that now on the Forex side and this side, that we have a platform so that women don't feel that intimidation to the market, or some of them who may have felt intimidated because this appears sometimes to be a male-dominated industries. But I think women, in my opinion, that I've seen can be some of the best traders out there because of the simple disciplines and the patience. Live trading events worldwide led by expert traders. These are things that are a part of the new platform features, and many other things that will be coming as well because of what we're doing here with the new elevation of Elevate, if you know what I mean. In an interactive community hub, interactive social environment, interactive calendar, gamification, and more. The full suite of trading education and training services is what you guys are going to have access to. And I can tell you, it's amazing to just watch it now start to unfold. Watch our tech teams behind the scenes and how they're working really, really hard on making this happen. And I'm so really, really excited about it. But now what I want to do is I want to stop talking about features and benefits. I'm more into people. You've had a chance to hear me talk and bring on Paul Traylor, who has just been incredible, who will be strategic business development. And here's what I want you to know. When we start talking, I want you to know specifically to the NBA team that there's a massive amount of impact and input and influence that Paul, Jason, and Shane will have as a part of this corporate team, because we're now a family, and I'm going to be relying very heavily on their expertise. And so you can always know that you'll be well represented, your ideas will be represented, and you've got 3 of the best people who can be representing your ideas, who know you the best. And so, Paul, if you don't mind, I'd like for you to come on and maybe bring on Jason and have Jason talk a little bit. Jason, who is the founder and lead crypto trainer. This guy he's a whiz. I mean, I've listened to him talk about some of the things that he's been able to do and some of the things that they've done as MBA, and I was very fascinated by it. But I want to turn it over to you, Paul, and bring on the team so that everybody has a chance to meet them as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. Look, we just mentioned Jason, and look, our entire team in this new organization is amazing. Let me give you some background on Jason. Without a doubt, he's going to be one of the most humble guys you will ever come across. Jason is a true inspiring leader who actually does what he says. He lived the lifestyle, trading to travel, for years before this this company was started. And you know, he's spent his life. He's built. He'll never talk about it, but he's built an empire with his trading. He's been solely focused on trading. He's gone through the losses. He understands where you're coming from if you've just got started, because he's been there. But in the crypto space, this has been his life for many, many years. And as I said, truly a humble man. Probably doesn't have too many words to say. I'm generally saying them for him, taking his space. But when you come into crypto education and the ability to trade, technical analysis, and build wealth and build financial freedom, Jace is just the king. So I can't say enough good words about him, but I'm just going to come on and let him speak to you guys. So it's a pleasure to go through this journey with all you guys. Jace, are you there? There he is.
Hey guys, wow, thanks for the very nice introduction there, Paul. And I'm truly humbled. I'm truly humbled by this opportunity and the merger of two families coming together. Just to give you a little bit about myself, I actually got started in the Forex industry back in 2016 as I saw an opportunity where I never had to be dependent on anyone else except for myself. So I knew the benefits of learning and educating myself to a point where if I can make this work, then this could potentially be my life. So I started then in the education, learning, spending 12 hours a day. I know, like many students that are on this call now, how much it actually takes to go through the process of learning how to trade. So I started in the Forex industry. And then in 2017, I got end of 2016 into 2017, I started hearing, what is this Bitcoin thing that everybody seems to be talking about? And at the time, Bitcoin was, I first saw it around 300 US dollars. And I'm like, man, it's so expensive. Like when you hear about stocks and shares, you're like, it's $2, it's $3, it's $4. Why would anyone want to learn about Bitcoin? But I dived deep into it while I was, like Paul said, Forex gave me the opportunity to simply travel with my family and trade at the same time. That was what we were doing before we actually started MBA and actually getting into crypto. But crypto gave me the opportunity to expand my knowledge. So I essentially went from Forex into crypto and watching Bitcoin go from $300 to $1,000 and then from $1,000 to $3,000. I'm like, okay, well, something here is of value and I need to step up and educate myself in this space. So in 2017, again, while traveling and learning and trading and learning myself, because I find that, you know, I'm always a student, regardless of the situation. I want to be a student. I want to continue to learn. And through 2017, we decided to, you know, if this is such a profitable space and not many people know about it yet, we know there's experts in the Forex industry as well. How do we become the experts in the crypto space? So we started in 2017, actually, funny enough, as a Spartan 300 course, because I know you guys are really big on the Spartans as well. And we and it was interesting when we had this alignment with our company and your company. I'm like, you know, something just makes sense. So we started there in 2017 with 300 Spartans going to war to learn about how to trade cryptocurrency. And from there, over the last 5 years, we're in our 50th year now, teaching over 15,000 people the art of technical analysis. For me, the biggest thing and the why I enjoy teaching so much was the fact that people's lives are changing. I know what it's like to grind and work 9 to 5 for 40 hours a week and come home to a check where it's not that exciting, but you got to go back to work the next day, right? So being in a space where I can learn how to trade, I can make money, I can invest, I can, you know, this really excited me. So, you know, we've done that over the last 5 years. We've taught many people, we've changed many lives. The success stories that have come back to us is my motivator. It's nothing more than you tell me that you've you know, been able to provide Christmas presents for your family like that. I'm happy. Like I know that something that I've done has helped you be able to do that for your family, for you to then be able to trade and travel. I'm like, this is, you know, that's what I want. I want to help as many people around the world as possible. And when we first had this discussion, October, November last year, I saw an opportunity, myself, Paul, Shane, the team saw an opportunity to be part of something that was bigger than us. And that's the thing, like if you want to grow, if you want to be bigger than where you currently are, you want to expand worldwide, you got to find the right people. And, you know, Shane, being personal friends with Johnny Wimbrey, like what more could you ask for? Like two awesome guys coming together, creating opportunities for people around the world. So I was excited when that first conversation happened, and then learning more about iBoomerang, where they had travel. I'm like, that's what I live for. I want to travel, I want to trade. These were the two reasons why I got into trading and cryptocurrency, because I wanted those two to happen. And now coming together with iBoomerang to have that opportunity to trade and travel, but also elevate and educate people around the world. That's been my one goal since we started an education platform, is how can we teach everybody around the world, regardless of your color, your nationality, whether you're in France or you're Spanish or you're anything, regardless where you are, you can learn a skill that can potentially change your life. So I saw a huge opportunity here. The team saw an opportunity here. And I'm just truly excited, because I know working with the best people, yourself, Holton, Johnny Wimbrey, and the Elevate team, I'm excited to where and how we can educate millions of people around the world. Thanks.
Absolutely. Well, Jay Span, listen, it's always a pleasure. This is the most I've heard him talk ever. But no, he is. They say he's the king of humble, and he represents it. But he's a wealth of knowledge. And thanks so much for your vision and for putting together what you've put together. And I'm very proud to be in business together. So, yes. Turn it back over to you, Paul.
Thank you, Holton. Thank you, Jace. Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate you guys more than you can know. So, look, as I said, guys, our team is huge. I know we're running short on time. I've done my best not to talk too much, but our team is full of amazing people, and as are both of our communities. And we're going to meet. We're going to be meeting. Just need to mute you there, Jace. We're going to be meeting much more in the coming weeks in the future. But I also want to bring another person who's been, a fundamental piece of where we are now, and that as Jason mentioned, and you mentioned, Holton, was the relationship between Johnny and Shane. And I'm a firm believer that when things are meant to happen, they happen, and everything happens for a reason. And we are here. Shane has been a core asset to our business, to our team, to our community. Shane has a drive, just like Jason, to help people succeed, create financial freedom. And that comes from a drive for himself to improve his life and, be the best that he can be through personal development and self-improvement. And, Shane just goes out of his way to give all he can to the community, and particularly to our ambassadors, to help educate, train, and lead them. I've spent a lot of years, I've known Shane for a long, long time, and you guys will get to know Shane, and I'm sure there's going to be some language, getting used to some of our Aussie slang. Seen a few comments already, but Shane is the master of Aussie slang and bad jokes. So get yourself an Australian slang dictionary and prepare for some bad jokes from Shane-o. But he's a lovable character who's dedicated to helping you guys. Whatever you need, that's what our team's here for. So without further ado, Shane, love to get you to unmute and jump on, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you very much, Mr. Holton Bugs. Super excited. It is one momentous day today. And, I think it's just really exciting. I love the idea around cryptocurrency, especially after what we've seen in the last couple of years. There's so much uncertainty around the world, and just the ability for everybody to come together and break away from that and learn something new and just change the world. It is absolutely fascinating to me. And me and Johnny had a conversation, and I won't lie, he put Mr. Holton Bugs on that call, and I think half of that call I was taking screenshots of that myself, because I thought, whatever happens here, this has just happened. And as it's been able to unfold, and you know, it's just beautiful to watch. It's natural, and I think it is natural that iBoomerang comes to Australia. The Australian public are super excited about this. We're so happy to be part of this bigger family now. Go global and share what we have with as many people around the world. So thank you very much, Mr. Holton Bugs, and thank you, team.
Absolutely. You know, Shane, man, I'm excited. Johnny has told me, you know, some great stories and many things about you. And I'm excited to be working, you know, right here with you as well. And we can't wait to come to Australia. As a matter of fact, we'll be talking about that. Real quick, and just for the NBA team, I want you to know that we in iBoomerang, we have a team of staff and employees that are different parts of the world. But there's two gentlemen that I'll bring onto the screen. And I won't mention all of our staff and employees and executives because it takes me a while. But anyway, the first one I'll mention, she won't be on the screen here, but I know she's on the call. Anna Yurichev. Anna has been with me for about 10 years. I think it's 10 years. I just stopped counting. It's like it's almost like when I started business, she was born. To be a part of everything that I do and to uplift everything that I do in business. You guys will have an opportunity. Trust me, I don't even have to introduce her. Every one of you are going to know her inside and out. She just makes things work for me, if you know what I mean. And we don't give her a specific title because she does it all. But you guys will definitely see the impact of her. But I also want to introduce two gentlemen that work tirelessly to make sure everything that we do gets done. And I'll tell you this, they do this because they love the company. And I'll tell you that's the truth. I want to bring on T. Gray. I'll bring them on both if they want to come on separately or together. It's up to them. But every single week on Saturday mornings, you guys will have an opportunity to start seeing this. Saturday mornings, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. They've dedicated for the last 3 years. They've never missed a Saturday, whereas we didn't have an event. And they do something called flight school. And they take their time, and it's a part of our culture. And it's recognition training, and it's an hour to 2 hours, special guests on. But to have two high-level executives to do that shows, you know, and they never call someone and say, hey, could you stand in? They've never said, hey, could you stand in? Could you stand in for me? Never. They've never called in. And both of them have a resume of six-figure earnings as distributors in network marketing. And sometimes they get jealous when they see the distributors because they still have that itch in them, but they know what their role is. And their role is to pave the way and make it smoother for the ambassadors that we have all around the world. So I've got T. Gray, who's our VP of operations. I've got Mark Kithcart, who's our VP of marketing. And you guys will get to start to see their humor together. I won't even get that started today, but you'll see how they operate, if you know what I mean. But I'll just let them take it away. I wanted to introduce them because they're working hard on everything that we're doing for bringing all of this together, and I wanted them to come on and have some remarks.
You good, bro?
There you go. All right.
HB, I was just going to say, you know, this is an amazing day for our company. I remember when you had the vision to start this, and when there was literally just the idea or the seed of the idea that you had. And then here we are today, taking Elevate to a whole nother level. And it's going to be such an incredible blessing to everyone to be able to learn Forex, crypto, how to trade all these things, and to really be empowered to really take control of their financial future. So, you know, I just want to say thank you for being the visionary that you are, for never saying die, but to always find a way to make it better. You are a boundaryless thinker. And I'm excited about these guys. I'm excited about Paul, Jason, Shane, and the rest of the team that they're bringing. One of the things that, we've mentioned in our conversations as we talk about these guys is they bring thought leadership and ideas that are really going to have a major impact on everyone who uses the platform. So again, thanks to you and thanks to Johnny for bringing these guys to the table. And let's go, everybody. This is going to be fantastic. We're working on the platform. That will unveil very soon for all the folks who are in NBA. We're working on getting you integrated into the iBoomerang platform. That's going to happen very soon. We're hoping that it's not going to take more than a couple of weeks. We've already been working on it for a few weeks. Also, for all the elevators, you guys are going to be really blown away with what's happening with this platform. It's going to improve in a significant way over the next couple of weeks as well. So thank you, Holton, for letting us share.
Good stuff. Mr. Bugs, thank you to you and Mrs. Bugs for just allowing me to be a part of this company. Yeah, I've been doing marketing for over 20 years. And I said to Debbie, my wife, that if HB ever does anything, I want to be a part of it. And that came to fruition 3.5 years ago with iBoomerang. So thank you for your leadership and your vision. Also, I want to thank Paul, Jason, Shane, Shay, Beck, Shambo. They are part of our family now. And they've welcomed us with open arms. We've welcomed them with open arms. And it's awesome. They work like we do. they like T. Gray was on the phone with Paul in the middle of the night in Australia. So just a minute ago. So also the product is going to be incredible. I can't wait for you guys to see this new platform, and it's going to be incredible for you guys to be able to get cryptocurrency trading from the professionals. Forex is there. We've got the professionals in Forex. The crypto trainers are coming. So congratulations to you guys. And you know what? The other thing too is you need to let everybody know about this. You need to let everyone know about this merger. So thank you.
Absolutely. Hey guys, listen, I appreciate it. As always, you guys always step up to the plate and go the extra mile, and that's always appreciated. And they're going to feel that as well. We've got a couple of events that's coming up, and I'll mention these here, and then we'll be shutting the call down. But as iBoomerang, we have a major event coming up that I want to re-announce to the world. We sold out of, I think, our 2 tiers of tickets yesterday when we announced this. Some of the early bird stuff that sold out, but I can tell you this, it doesn't matter. You want to be there. No matter where you are, you want to be there. So one event that we have is actually called Limitless. It's called Go Diamond. Go Diamond is all designed around information that teaches all of our ambassadors how to reach the most coveted reward or recognition rank that's called Diamond. And Diamond to me was so critical because my entire life in network marketing prior to me having success, I always wanted to be a Diamond, and never ever did it, never came even close to it. And I think, Diamond, the first time I became a Diamond was when I designed a compensation plan and put the ranks in, and I became a Diamond in that company. And I did the same thing, wanted to do the same thing here and produce diamonds that we have now all over the world. But that's going to be in Prague, Czech Republic, July 30th and 31st. And I tell you guys, we have a lot of fun at our events. Go right there to our website, iboomevents.com, and you can get your tickets. Tickets will be limited. And once it sells out, and it will sell out. This will be a sell out event. The direction and trajectory that iBoomerang is going as a company is vertical. And right now, you couldn't be here at a better time. You couldn't be here at a better time, and I'm really excited about it. And I can tell you this, I am excited about hitting the road myself, getting back in those trenches. And I want to show our next slide of where HB and JW are going. And I can tell you guys, this is going to be exciting. 3 events, 3 cities, an Elevate tour that's going to happen in the Gold Coast on July the 12th, Sydney, Australia, July the 14th, and Melbourne, Australia on July the 15th. And obviously, we're going to have our entire Australian or our entire team of executives that you just heard from with Paul, with Shane and Jace, who will be there, along with all of the other staff and team members that we'll have. And I know that will be the first time that we get to meet each other face to face. I'm excited about this tour. I can't wait to come. They told me it's going to be a little cold, so maybe I'll learn some strategy from Jace so that I can go out and buy myself one of these nice coats to come out there. And I'm excited about the food, the fellowship, the friendship that we're going to have and build, and really the family as well. And so the challenge that I give each one of you, here's the challenge that I give you guys, okay, is I'm going to give you a challenge, and that is you now know the new information. Many of you have people who they ran out of patience, and maybe they didn't know what was coming because they just didn't know. And sometimes, you know, things that are worthwhile take time to develop. I can tell you that. I can tell you that it took time for me to develop as a leader. My first 7 years in network marketing, I never made more than $500 a month, but I was being developed. And when that time came, it hit. I believe the same thing is happening right now for Boomerang and for Elevate. With the growth, the momentum, the new ranks that we're having right now, led by some of our leadership that we have all around, it's going to be really, really, really exciting to see what takes place here. This is an opportunity, as Mark said, to let everyone know, hey, listen, it's always too late. It's always too early to give up on your dreams, but it's never, ever, ever too late to rekindle them. Get with the people that you haven't seen in a while, those that may have gone missing in action, those who've been inactive, those who may have been impatient, and say, hey, listen, something great has come. Something greater than what we ever had is here. And make sure that they get themselves in the system. There will be different calls that we will have before then, discussing and talking about the opportunities. But I can't wait to get on the road to participate. Get your tickets for those events in Australia as well, for the tour that Johnny and I will be doing. And who knows who else is going to be there on that tour with us. You may get a chance to meet some of our other superstars or executives as well. So with that, I'm really, really excited. I don't want to take any more of your time. This has been a monumental event, to say the least, something that I'm very, very proud of. I want to congratulate everyone, and that's including all of our ambassadors on both ends. And, right now, I can imagine each person right now, each part of the family coming together, giving each other this huge, big success hug and partnership, because that's exactly what we're going to do. We are one, and we are limitless. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you guys in Australia, in Prague. See you guys on the other side.